somewhat issues, somebody else can relate to it.
Yeah.
You know?
That being said, Chargy, let us dip and dabble into this conversation.
Alrighty. Dear Rass, I'm writing because my family is going through something that has everybody hurt and divided, and honestly, I don't know what the right answer is anymore. A few years ago, my younger brother came out to the family and told us he was gay. My father took it the hardest. The thing is, my dad absolutely loves his son. Nobody can ever question that. He still calls him, checks on him, helps him when he needs it, and says nothing will ever change the fact that he is his child. But my father was raised with very strong spiritual beliefs, and even though he says he accepts that this is my brother's life, he also says he doesn't want to see the relationship in front of him. My brother is now been in a serious relationship for a while, and recently he told me he plans to bring his partner to our grandmother's 75th birthday party next month. The problem is, my grandmother already told him it was okay. I told my brother he should at least let Dad know beforehand so he wouldn't be blindsided. When he finally told my father, my dad got upset and basically said, I love my son, but I'm not comfortable with this being in front of me. If he brings his partner, I am not coming. Now the whole family is stuck in the middle. Some people feel my brother should be allowed to bring the person he loves, just like anybody else in the family would. Others feel my dad shouldn't be forced into something that goes against his beliefs. Meanwhile, my grandmother just wants all her children and grandchildren together for her special day before she gets any older. I'm torn because I love them both very much. I understand my brother wanting to live openly and honestly, but I also understand my father struggling with something he was never raised to accept. So, Ras, what do we do? Do we ask my brother to come alone just to keep the peace for one more day, or do we tell my father he has to accept the situation and still come and support the family? Is it possible for both sides to respect each other without fully agreeing? Right now, it feels like no matter what happens, somebody's heart is going to be broken, torn between two people I love.
I definitely need a smoke on that one.
Hold on,
But people may put on the be right back sign.
hold on, let me get a chalice
Give me,
right
give me a lighter. Let me a lighter. Let me a
Let
lighter.
me go get the
Let me a
chalice.
lighter, yeah.
Orthodox, light up the chalice.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
Cha-cha. All right.
All right, Ras.
Russ.
How is it?
So now, okay.
That is why it's
Oh, man.
Ask the Rass.
That's
Oh, I ain't got no
Listen.
help this morning.
Russ.
Eh?
If this one choke it, all right.
If
brother.
this one choke me,
If
it's all
this
right?
one
Okay.
chokes you, it
All
is
right.
okay.
All right.
Go ahead, Russ.
Okay. All right. From an identity perspective,
No, you don't use anything now, bro. Don't even use it now,
from
brother.
an identity perspective,
Yeah.
nah, no, I'm not gonna agree with you, Roger. No. All right. So here's the situation, all right? And I'm gonna, I can put myself in the position where I have a son,
Yes.
and he's
Your one boy.
my one son, all right?
Yes.
And he came out saying that this is the life he's living,
Yes.
even though he knows his father
He's a Rasta man.
is a Rasta man and
Cha-cha.
don't do that something there.
Hold on,
right?
let me put up the scissor kalonji side.
Put up a sister sign, right? However, I love my son.
Yeah.
I love my son,
Mm.
right? So I accept my son for who he is.
Okay.
However,
Uh-huh.
being the father,
Uh-huh.
I don't have to accept your lifestyle,
Okay. So how does that work for you, Russ?
right?
How do you navigate those?
Well,
those
it's going
courses?
to be a trial because I don't accept your lifestyle. Meaning, son, is this Caribbean? This sound like like some Caribbean people, right?
Oh.
So you know our background, and we accept, and I'm choosing my word. I'm choosing my words because I don't want to offend anybody, but it's truth, and I know that's how a lot of Caribbean parents feel. So you know the culture that you were brought up in, and for you to say, okay, this is the life I'm living, and I accept it because you're my son. That is straight 100% love, for my kids. That is 100% love for my kid. However, I'm sure he had that conversation with him saying, look, I don't want that around me. And for the father to accept the son, and the son knowing that, boy, I take a lot out of that for that. But dad did it because him love me. So the least the son can do is just out of respect.
Don't bring fame boyfriend.
Don't bring him to, around the family.
Okay.
Just out of respect for the dad. Right? No, the rebellious side of the son now bring him, then, dad don't want to go, then don't go. But, I see Roger put, cut off the son. I wouldn't.
Straight
I
cut
wouldn't.
off son and go see
No,
Jesus.
no, Roger, no. I would not cut off my son. I would not cut off my son. And then at the same time, no, I would have to look upon it on a different level now that I'm in it. Because you see, when you're not in it, when you're not in it and you know the culture. Oh no, we burn this, burn that, anti this, and when it really hits your doorstep,
When
you have to stop and think like you would really want somebody to hurt your son. No, so then you have to now look at things on a different perspective. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept it. So I would just ask my son out of respect for me, if that's how I feel, just don't bring it around me.
Hold on, we have a caller. Good morning, caller. You're live. Talk to me. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to the morning show.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
I want y'all to tread very lightly with this topic.
Yes.
Tread very lightly. Ross.
Why
Very
you
lightly.
tread lightly?
Yeah, man, we are tread light.
Because if you are not an upstanding father and your son saw you as a gallus,
No,
and he had
man,
to.
no, man. Forget
Oh,
no,
let me
man.
finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go
And
ahead.
your son had to accept all the women that he saw you with. Why not accept who loves him and who he loves? And I just think that it's a stigma within the culture of Caribbean folks to not accept same gender loving relationships. And I think with Caribbean people, what they don't understand is that when the kids come out, the whole family comes out too.
Come out as what?
So it's like,
What do you
no.
mean? What do you
When
mean?
the kids come out, that they are into a LGBTQ community
Right.
relationship, the parents come out too. You all are outed also, just like the kids, because not everybody that look upon you like say, my son love a man, and therefore you have to accept it. You cannot not tell your son to not bring his
No, but I
boyfriend or his spouse. No. We're there for an event. You take your feelings out of that. That's you and your feelings. This has nothing to do with you. Make him go enjoy himself with his grandma, with his boyfriend. This has nothing to do with you. You accept it. That's it.
Hold on, let me read the letter
Simple.
again. Could you read the letter again for me, Charger? Because right now I'm kind of...
yeah, my kind of.
Yeah, all right,
No,
all right.
so
No, but you're saying that the grandmother wants the
Yes.
son to be around,
Uh-huh.
wants to come to the event.
correct.
No,
Why should the Ross put his feelings on the line? It's not about you.
But
Get out your feelings. You
no,
don't
no,
go.
Hold on,
Let
hold
the
on.
son go
So
enjoy himself.
Wait. So the father not supposed to enjoy for himself too?
why can't he enjoy for
Oh,
It's
himself?
not
hold
about
on.
you.
Hold on.
It's not-
Lady. Listen to what I'm asking you, right? The father accept the son, right? Under that premises that is my son. But he knows how the father feel. He knows how his father feel. And if the father is saying, bossy, I'm accepting you, but please don't have it around me. Just don't have it around me. Why he can't out of respect for dad for say, boy, all right, you know what? We hang out, we not gonna do nothing blah blah. And just do that for your dad. Like
All right, hold
I
on.
have a question
Like
to
that,
ask
no,
you. Does
no,
it make
wait,
a
wait, wait,
difference
wait,
if
wait,
it's a
wait.
guy?
Wait a minute. Like the who wrote the letter? The sister. The sister wrote the letter saying,
Wrote the letter.
can we just go through one more day of peace? Isn't that a part of the letter? I said,
Yeah.
let's just go
Yes.
through one
Yes,
more
but
day
the-
of peace. Just
Make
one
sure you
more
read it
day.
again. Make sure you do
right?
that.
Peace according to who? Peace according to
Peace
your feelings
according
of
to
him not bringing his person?
Mama, it's my feeling. It's the father feelings against the son feelings, you know, Mama.
But
Okay.
it's not your event.
So you're saying that the dad
It's
shouldn't go
not your
then?
event.
So the dad
No,
shouldn't
I
go
never
then.
said he shouldn't go. No, I'm not
But
saying
if the
that
dad
that's
is
So
not
what
about
is
he
you
accepting
shouldn't go.
saying?
it.
What I'm
Because
trying,
then the dad, the dad
okay,
feelings don't count.
Hold on, make me read the letter again, Blacks.
but
Read the
okay,
Hold
letter
on,
it's
again.
not
Hold on,
your
caller.
hold
event.
on, Mama. Hold
Hold
on,
on,
hold on,
caller.
hold on.
Read the letter again.
Okay, so just because the son comes to the party does not mean that this has to be an acceptance or whatever. But he has family,
Mm-hmm.
so he should be coming to. Everybody should be coming to the party to celebrate this lady and putting their feelings aside. So the letter states that a few years ago, her younger brother came out to the family and told them that he was gay. The father took it the hardest, but at the end of the day, the father and him, he checks on him. He still treats him like his son. He loves him. He said the only stipulation is he just doesn't want it in his face.
Okay.
Fast forward, it's now a monumental day. It's the 75th birthday of the grandmother, the dad's mother, and throughout all this time, he has formed a relationship with someone.
Right.
So he feels like, okay, my father and we have a great relationship. I've been respecting him all this time, but I really want, part of relationships is I wouldn't have a relationship with somebody if I never got to meet their family. That would be a red flag to me. So, he's wanting to bring his partner to the event to meet the family.
Okay.
And I think he's already brought him to some things without his father for the grandmother to say yes. So now the dad is giving an ultimatum saying, you know what, if he brings him, I'm not coming. And I really don't think that is fair.
It's not, but at the same time, look upon it on a different side. Because you know how evil some people can be.
Yeah.
You know people, and again, culturally. Just hear me for a second. Culturally, me as a father, I have to think, okay, I have to watch my son back. Because you always have that one cousin, You always have that one cousin
So
that,
you're doing it for a protective measure.
So I do it for my protective measure, as in I protect my son. I don't need, because it's easy for me. It's easy.
Because you already accept your son as
It's
for
easy
who
for
he
me to
is.
cut off my family. It's easy for me to cut them off, But let's avoid that, right?
But
Because you always have that one cousin where I might accept it, but half of the family might not. Because again, from a cultural perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me, I have to now protect my son.
So you're trying to
I am just
navigate the
protect
waters.
I am
All
protecting my son.
Hold on, I'm going to take some more phone call. Good morning, caller. You're live. Talk to me. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
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 Yeah, Ras, I have to agree with your position because we all need to respect each other, and if that's not where you want to be, then nobody should have to force you to have to accept something like that if that's not what you are.
Gotcha.
And at the same time, respecting what that other person wants to do because that's their life.
Right.
That's it. Short and sweet. That's it.
I agree.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I agree with him. but-
There's no truer statement than to say it's easier to believe a lie than
Hold
to
on,
accept
caller.
the truth. There's no truer statement. And the
Uh-huh.
whole point is that it's not just about this situation, it's about politics. If you're Democrat or Republic, there are people that you hang out with every day that like you for your personality and who you are. But the moment that they find out something that doesn't align with,
With
their
them,
beliefs,
right.
they change their opinion of you. And to me, I find that very, very wrong.
Right.
I find that very wrong that all of a sudden you liked me all this time, but now I'm a certain way with politics
So now you
or
don't.
just
So now you don't like.
sexuality,
Right. So
and
now you don't like me at
me.
all. Right.
So the man, even though he chooses to be with another man, he still is the same person of who he is.
Right.
And
But it
so
seem-
why are we
but
taking
at
that
same-
away
but,
from
but
him?
at the same time, you have, again, you have some people that just don't, don't accept certain things. So then they just automatically look at you bad. So now I have to protect my son.
Well, why doesn't he have a conversation with his dad and say, what is your hang up? We're not going to be all over each other.
My hang up
You
would
know,
have been,
even-
you have two bad man cousins where them just don't have no behavior. I'm gonna need them for drawing attention to your papa.
All right, hold on. Let me take some more phone calls. Good morning, caller. You're live. Talk to me. How are you doing this morning?
Morning, my great people.
Morning, Papa.
My family.
Charge it. I'll go back in our history a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, somebody asked the Rass about a son with a girl every time she come at the house, she disrupt the thing
Mm-hmm.
when them a keep party. Well, this is kind of a similar thing, but because of two man now, it will look kind of more the Caribbean person them now and that.
Yeah.
Cause them friend and thing though deadly and them all know this and a whole heap of things. So it's like how it's a man now. Well, what is the big difference then? Because my son couldn't do that neither. Him stay away with that.
Thank you, sir. Phone number
If
roll
you
out.
don't like it, you have to stay away with it. Respect the elder.
Respect the elder.
Thank you,
It's
Father.
just, yeah,
Blessed
Yeah,
be.
man.
I'm looking out for you.
Good morning,
you look
next
out for
caller.
me.
How are you doing this
It's
morning?
not that I don't accept it.
Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Morning,
Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah, man. Listen to them.
Let's go.
Guess what now?
Yeah.
It's my mother and you can't come.
Okay. Okay. Got what you said.
It's his mother
That's-
and his son came.
Yeah.
So it's your mother, you can't come. All right. All right. Again, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
My mother.
next time. All right. All right.
The phone number
Thank you,
blow
God.
up.
The phone number blow up.
Thank you, caller. I appreciate your conversation. Next caller, how are you doing this morning? Talk to me.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
Black, you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
man. Loud.
Yeah, man. It's easy, man. If I said to you, I'm not stop you from live the life that you are living,
Yeah.
but don't bring it in my face. You think that I should compromise? No, man.
And that's the part.
You should have compromised.
That's the part of the letter that I'm looking at. That's the
Okay.
part of the letter.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not
that.
stopping
It's
you
that
from
come
living
to
the
him.
life what you
Yeah.
want to live.
That
But
come to
don't
him.
bring it in my face, bro.
Okay, because you still love your son.
I'm not stopping you from eat. You can go eat, but not at my table.
You still love your son. You still love your son
Yeah.
unconditionally. Yeah.
But don't bring it
But
in my
don't bring
face.
your
I mean,
lifestyle.
you respect.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call.
It's simple. I mean,
Yeah.
me have blood. So you just meet somebody the other day. Me have blood where you know, and you can't. You fi compromise, not me.
All right.
You understand?
Phone call him a blow, Papa.
But
Appreciate it.
that you
Thank
you compromise.
but
You
drink
can
some
but you
water.
no man,
Yeah,
drink no water.
drink
Hold
some
on, man. Before you sip the water, you compromise to that. That's the part, you know.
Yeah.
That you compromise to, you know. Because it's something that you don't believe in,
Yeah.
but you compromise because that's your son. You compromise. So you do the compromising part already.
Get
So
you.
son, you can't just do that for me.
Good morning, caller. You're live. Talk to me. How are you doing this morning?
Morning, family.
Morning, Papa.
Morning, pop.
Blacks will have grand you know, and now go come in the batch so they can stay with them there.
Oh, Jaja Christ.
Me not hear a word what you
What's
say a
that
while
say?
ago.
Him say him not have no grandparents, so
Him not gonna have
go
a
come
badge.
out there. Okay. Gotcha,
Oh.
Papa. Gotcha.
Ah,
Gotcha.
All right, sir.
Thank
all
you,
right,
sir.
sir.
Good morning, next caller. How are you doing this morning? Talk to me.
Jonah and Basco and Charlie, bless up. You hear, sir?
Yes, sir, papa.
Hear my little piece really quick. I'll go 1 minute me have really quick. Me have my daughter, you know. And I know say no mother gone and just amongst me.
That's you alone.
And the first thing me tell her, girls are girls and boys are boys.
Yeah.
So me agree with what Black say.
Yeah.
Once you're grown, you can't go on out there go do what you have to do, you know. Don't come on me mailbox with it. Don't come on me yard with it. Don't come on me funeral with it. Nowhere with it. You have to stay out there with it.
Just out of respect for you, right?
Gotcha.
All right.
Appreciate you, sir.
I say it. All right, cool.
Good morning, next person. How you doing this morning? Talk to me.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, my take on it is, once you go that the way there, you are jacket. You're not feeling blood anymore. You're jacket.
No, lie you tell. No, lie you tell. Lie you a tell.
Yeah, man,
Lie
that
you a-
jacket,
lie
man.
you a
That is jacket.
Papa, me can't tell you it's a lie. Any you a tell.
Listen.
Lie you a tell. I can't tell anyone on that say, yo, I lie.
Well,
you a
I
tell.
just say I lie, me I tell now.
Again, you know.
It's easier to say no because it's not at your foot.
Not at your foot, exactly.
Yeah.
You're youth where you grow from home, from my picnic till now. Then put him on your lap, change him. No, brother, you're not.
Yeah, man, that's what you're going to tell us, that jacket.
No, brother,
But don't you think your love for your son should outweigh your discomfort?
the love for your son? Yes.
Yeah, but you still have
Yes.
to take in consideration.
The
Okay.
lo-
So the thing is this. now.
Sometimes you're going to be uncomfortable.
Okay, so you
yes.
can always be
So
uncomfortable.
you're not always going to like who your children choose, whether
Hey,
it's
listen,
that is
listen,
true.
the same
listen.
sex or the
Hey,
opposite sex. So
listen.
like if you took this whole scenario
And put it on a straight
and you
person,
put
it's
it
the
on a
same.
straight
Yes.
person, I don't think the action would be the same.
No, listen. If I tell my daughter, say yo, that guy that that guy that you dating, I don't smoke in my house. Okay? Please don't have him smoking in my house. She has to respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has to respect that, right? If it's a gangster that she's with and I said, yo, I don't need that gangster life at my doorstep. Please.
Make sure you
she has to respect that.
Okay.
So
So
I
so,
don't-
so you're saying the person can still come, just don't do those acts.
Look here, if
then let's
if my daughter
compromise.
turn out to be a gangster, right, and I'm like, really, okay, cool. What I'm gonna do? Cut her off because she turned gangster? No, but I'm telling her, yo, respect me, please, respect me, and don't bring it to my house. Don't go rob somewhere and bring it to my house.
Gotcha.
You can't do that. You know, if you know, say I have a lot of police friends. Why would you, and you wanted? Why would you come to the house?
Bring the violence to your
Bring
yard.
the violence to my house.
Well,
you know
I'm
I
back
hang
to
out
the
with a
text on
bunch
phone
of
call.
police.
The
Why
text
would
on
you
phone
bring it?
call. Text
So it's
on
no
phone.
difference.
Good morning, next caller. How are you doing this morning? Talk to me.
Blessed love, blessed love.
Morning, sir.
Me dey on your side, Blacks, this morning. As a Christian, me have a strong value and a strong core that I grew up with in my household at the same time.
Yeah.
When I grew up with my mother's household, they have their principles and values, and I inherit a lot of that. Now I have my own house, so I put the same values, because they're godly principles and values. With that being said, anything that not of the Bible is not welcome in my house. My kids are my kids, and I'm going to love them regardless. But certain behavior is not welcome.
And it's your house.
So
And it's your house.
it's my house, it's my rule. Their house, their rule. I choose not to go over their house because of the things they're doing over their house. They could choose not to come to my house because of the rule that I lay down in my house. However, he or she is welcome at my house, but not with the behavior.
The behavior. The
Gotcha.
lifestyle. The
Behavior
lifestyle.
is what my Bible tells me. He said, love the person, hate the sin.
Appreciate your call.
Love the
That's what
person.
the
Love
Bible
the
says.
person.
Love the
Hate the
person,
sin.
hate the sin.
Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate the call, Papa. Appreciate the call.
Good morning, next caller. Make it short and sweet from we have time.
I'm gonna make it real short because as a Christian and as a Bible believer, as everybody wants to keep throwing this Christianity and Bible thing, the Bible also clearly states that love covers a multitude of sins. So don't come bring up Bible and nothing. You can't read half of the Bible and don't get a whole thing.
Hey.
It says love covers. I have a question to ask you, Black.
Why me? I try to read up on the
Rock.
radio. I try to read
No,
up on the radio.
no,
Why
no.
me?
Go ahead.
Why me?
Listen.
Because you're the Rass.
What
Go
if
ahead.
it was a girl?
I
Hold
would,
on.
Would you still
Hold
have
on,
the
Russ.
same
Hold on.
feeling?
would I still have the same conversation? Yes, I would.
So are you saying, what if his
Would you
daughter
still
brought
have-
home
Yes, I
another
would.
woman?
They're not coming there. They're not coming there with their lifestyle in your face. You're imagining what you think they're doing. They're
No.
coming there to enjoy the party. They're
Listen.
coming to enjoy the
Oh,
party.
Hold
But
on.
Chargy, our culture does not accept this because you know why? A lot of us
say
within our
that.
culture,
Don't-
we're
no,
struggling
listen, no,
with this
no,
within
don't.
themselves.
Listen.
The two men are struggling with themselves with
Let
this
me
topic.
stop you for a second. Let me stop you for a second, right? Yes, you're right. The way we grew up back home, yes, it was not acceptable. I have many gay friends, and I tell them the same thing. Listen, I will be your friend, your compadre, but don't cross the line. And they respect that.
No
they
man now look
respect
your
that.
ass.
Them like the long hair. The long hair. But I have many gay friends, so I'm going to tell them, hey, look here. I will be your best friend. I will be your best friend because, you know, they're humans.
Yeah.
Don't just don't cross the line. That's all I ask. Just don't cross the line. And they can respect that. This is a conversation I had with my daughter.
Yeah.
Because she was going to a school where majority of them, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, hey, breathe. You know, she's like that, really? And I'm like, no, but, you know, she said, what would you do? I said, no, you're my daughter. You're
Hold
my
on,
daughter.
Ross.
All
I
right,
would
let-
love
let
you.
me-
Well, wait.
I would love
Hold
you.
on. Because the phone them are ring off for the phone.
Phone them are buzz.
And again, this is a very good conversation.
We can come back to this topic, but I just want to read what some of the chat says. So, being a parent requires unconditional love.
Yes.
Yes, you may not accept the lifestyle because the struggle is within themselves.
Unconditional love. You're loving your kid regardless.
All right, so we're going to
You
come
are
back
a
to the
parent with
conversation.
conditions, and that is a reflection of
No,
yourself.
it's not a parent with condition. Again, you know.
It's a condition.
It is.
If it's
We're-
unconditional, anybody can walk through your door.
Unconditional love, my
You're-
kid.
you are giving a
Unconditional-
condition.
Yeah, but you still
You're
have
like,
to-
I love you. I'm going to accept you, but I have a condition. You cannot bring him around. So that is called conditional love.
I don't have to love your lifestyle.
You're denying that you don't have conditions, and you need to accept
That's
that
how-
you have
that's how it
conditions. It's okay.
Somebody don't have condition, but
that
there's
is a
nothing wrong with having
condition.
conditions.
That's how it look.
There's nothing wrong with having
Yes.
conditions, Blacks. There's
This
nothing
is
wrong
a
with having
grandma's
conditions.
birthday
We'll
party,
be
not
right
your
back.
father's.
It's the
We'll
man
be right
show.
back. We'll be right back.
This is WLL.
Yeah.
So recap it. Okay.
So the father was told a few years back that his son came out to the family and said, I'm gay. So the father, he has a great relationship with his son. He loves his son. He's not accepting of the fact that he's gay, but that he's still his son. And so he, treats him the same. He just doesn't want it brought around him. So fast forward, the son is now in a relationship that he feels like, I want to, bring him around some of the family, which he has been doing. But it is grandma's 75th birthday, which he's close to, and he talked to the grandma about bringing his partner with him to her birthday. She said that was fine. The sister said maybe you need to have a conversation with dad. So he did have the conversation with his dad, and the dad said, if you bring your partner, I will not be at the party, which is his mother's party. So that's kind of the question. Like the daughter was like, what am I going to do if the family's divided? Some of us don't care. We love our brother, and then my dad just doesn't want to come to the party. So
Right. But you know what angle a lot of people wasn't looking at it from? the angle of the partner. Like, would you want to go to somebody's party and feel uncomfortable?
Okay. Let me.
Did anybody even look at it from that angle? Right? We're over here fighting if you should bring the person, but then the person come and feel uncomfortable. Would that be fair to your son though? Would that be fair to him?
I think he's only going to
what I
feel
mean?
as uncomfortable as people make him to be.
Exactly. And
But I
that,
think
like
he's
I
met
said,
some of the family. That's
you
what
know
I
that
understood
one
from
cousin,
the letter.
that one, that one cousin, one drunk uncle, that one cousin. I gotta say something out of way, and then the person feel uncomfortable. So look at it from that angle too.
All right. So, let me give me a 35 to 45 seconds. All right. So, obviously, we can tell that the culture is still struggling, and
Don't use the word
no,
struggle.
we are, bro. And
Understand.
all right, hold on.
Can we use the word understanding?
No,
we're
it's his
struggling.
words.
It's my words.
Is your words?
Yeah,
okay.
we are
all
struggling.
right. All right.
Listen, coming from where I am coming from, and I'll say I because yeah,
All right. All right.
we were brought up in a certain manner with a certain idealism, right? And I never looked into what it meant on the island because that was what we were forced
Taught.
to deal with.
We were forced to believe that.
Now, it's different when you're now living in these United States, whereas sometimes that is not the main conversation. However, you can relate to the conversation because there's other things happening. And what I had to do was to take a look at myself. I've never experienced that type of stereotype. I'm straight like an arrow. I've experienced racism. Now, racism to me is even a worse distinction, and I'll explain to you why. Because there's nothing you can do about the color of your skin. There's nothing at all you can do about the color of your skin. I had to take that situation and reflect on how it affects someone who's gay. Because if this is how you feel as an individual, if this is how you
can't change it, right?
There's nothing you could do to change it.
Right.
So now I have to say, okay, if people are hating me because of the color of my skin, why should I then be
Put in a position.
put in a position? No, not put in a position. Stop put word in my mouth. Why should I then be placed in a situation to where, okay, I have to hate you because of what you believe? If it doesn't affect me,
Right.
that is your choice how you want to live. You live how you want to live. It's not putting any ripples in my situation. No, how blacks comes into the conversation, or how this father comes into the conversation, is because he is now stuck within a time frame of what he was brought up with and what the situation is. A lot of people don't look at it as the father being disadvantaged, because again, just like racism and all these older folks who stick and stuck to the time of, hey, we are better than you. After a while, that will fade because, again, the next generation after you is not waving that banner.
But let me ask
Okay.
you a question. Let's use racism for a second. You know that particular bar
Yeah.
It's nothing but a bunch of racist people.
Yeah.
Would you enter into that box?
No, I would not.
Exactly.
And I get what you which is why I can say
Okay.
I can get what you're saying. After a time, all these negative connotations in regards to this is how I feel or this is how I don't feel. After a while, it will fade. However, the father still has to deal with it now. He still has to address it now. And until he has transitioned in his mind to where it's okay, I can be acceptance of it. Because honestly, as a dad, I would struggle with it too because my set, how I was bred to believe is I am a dominant male. What I produce is going to be dominant males. No, I am now faced with that judgment of sin. You know what happened? All my life, I've lived this. I've lived this as a man. I've lived this as seeing my dad doing certain stuff, my neighbors doing stuff. I am now put in a position to where, okay, I have to deal with this situation. How do I navigate it? And it's hard for me to navigate it because, again, not having the instruments or the know-how for navigate it, it's hard. So the dad is in a situation because he's the only one in his family who hasn't accepted that his son is openly gay.
Right. So
the pressure falls upon him too.
Right. So the listeners are saying, great job, Jimmy. Well said. Struggle is the father's, not the son's. His family should love him unconditionally.
And
Very well said.
And I'm sure they do. You know, I'm sure the family love him because I mean that's your brother, that's your son.
Listen, you're gonna love your son regardless.
You have to love him
Not sure I'm not
unconditionally.
gonna like the boy though.
That boy, just like your kid, dating somebody, and you don't want to. But yeah, it's unconditional love.
All right.
Hold on, let me take some call from Carl. Good morning, Carl. You're live. Talk to me.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Me again. So like me have my grandmother. See, me have a tattoo. My grandmother hate tattoo.
Yeah.
She hate it.
But she
So
love
when
it.
me a go splash it, bro.
Cover it up.
Yes, man.
Cover it up.
When me a go splash it, cover it up, man. A long sleeve shirt, man. Me nah go in a space like that to go violate her, man. You see me I say? Because me an adult, she can't tell me what to do with my life,
Right.
However, you
You see me
still
I say?
respect her.
But
Of course, I respect her. My grandmother that, and she hate tattoo. She don't like it. A Christian people them, they don't like it.
Yeah.
When me have go in our space, when me go home, me cover it up. You understand? Me don't go there with my tattoo. You understand? I swear and I'm a big man still, You understand? But you have to compromise. Me have to compromise and not say this lady blood. She don't like that.
right,
You see me I
right.
say?
Perfect
So
word.
me make sure me cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, me cover it up. You understand? So if your dad say you want to live your life, even though me not approve of them life, but me are still your father, you can go and live your life. But don't come in on my household with it.
Yeah,
That
just
should
show
be
us some
respected.
respect. Yeah, show my household some respect. And that's all. I think that's all that
Yeah,
that
because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, everybody's an adult. We grew up and we are adults. And people choose different paths.
Yeah.
You see me I say? Yeah, them can't tell him not what to do and not to do, but show some respect. As me say, me go down, me cover up my tattoo. Me nah make my grandmother, me nah go violate her because she don't like it. You understand?
Like that,
Yeah.
simple. Thank you, Papa.
Um,
Appreciate you, Papa.
There's a caller, well, not a caller, there's a listener in the chat room says, I don't believe racism is a good comparison. Many racists raise their children to be racist. Example, Elon Musk, but most persons are gay. Okay, so what I meant by that, okay, and again, the comparison to you might not be relevant. However, as I stated, it was my comparison. And what I did was use that to basically give a margin.
Just like this
of how I
gentleman
can
did a
explain.
tattoo, and you can actually see the comparison.
Now, the key interest with both those situations is hate.
Right.
All right. So the hate is there, not knowing the ignorance is there. So it's not your comparison; it's my comparison. Good
What
morning,
if he
Carl.
just
You're
brought somebody as a friend, a male as a friend? I mean, what would be the difference?
I don't think it would be a difference.
live. Good morning, Carl. You're live. Talk
Well,
to me. How are you doing this morning?
That's a good question.
Good morning.
Morning, Mama.
Well, this conversation on ticklish one, because it's not his party, it's the grandmother.
Yeah.
And the grandmother accepting as a gay. And the father have a problem with it. So maybe the father should not attend.
Not come to the party.
Because the grandmother it's about the grandmother, it's not about the dad.
Grandma
you know,
grandma just wants to see all of the kids.
Yes,
Grandma
and
just wants
you know, you
everybody
could go and don't like impose anything on the family. I just keep it normal, like just a friend. But you know
Miss
that
Janet said
the
it.
father might hurt, so he won't carry on his name
And that's the
and all
question.
that.
And
So
that's the question you ask. Bring him as a bring the person as a friend. You know.
as a friend, but
Yeah.
don't go, you know, flaunt anything or nothing. That's normal
Right.
to see if the father. Because you have to give people time to accept things like this because maybe it's a shock to him. You know, you have your son, you want him to be produce kids and all that, and you know, bring on your name, carry on your family name and all that, and you know, you have it's a really sad situation. You have to look on both sides. You know,
Right.
you can't choose for your kids.
Right.
Whatever they want to be, they're gonna be. You have to just love them, and you know, it take time to accept it. Maybe the father don't accept it yet, but let him go and just
Yeah.
you know, keep it like a friend. Don't be
And hope so
kissing
this,
up or, you know, throwing
and
stuff in
hope
people's face.
and hope the son keep you in mind also.
Right.
You know, hopefully the
Yes,
son will
yes,
keep you in
yeah.
mind.
Be
to say, well,
mindful and
okay.
don't impose
Yeah,
your
just be mindful.
sexuality on him yet.
Yeah.
You know, just keep it as a friend and then talk to the other family member. Don't let the you know, his
Yeah.
boyfriend feel
Yeah, listen,
uncomfortable.
if y'all know Caribbean
You know,
family, you know
as
something.
we can't choose.
The
We
son.
can't choose our kids.
Somebody
And,
must
and
choose,
it's
yeah.
okay to be, you know,
Yeah.
people, you know.
Look on the DJ
So
and
that's
said,
how I
don't play
look at
some
it.
song, you know, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Johnson.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, and for the ones I'm not gonna call nobody ignorant, and you know, but for the ones that's talking about, oh yeah, I'm disowning my kid. No, you're not.
Listen.
No, you're not. No, you won't.
Mentally, they will. Until
No,
it
you
happens,
won't.
Until it happens.
Yeah.
Because again,
I'm telling you, no, you won't. You will not.
I'm sure there's a few people out there where right now, you know,
Listen.
when they make certain statement back in the days.
Yeah,
you know.
regret saying it no
Yeah,
because
regret
no,
saying
it's at your doorstep. So no, you won't disown nobody. No, you won't. That's
But then
your
again, you have to
child.
let them live still. If they do, what does it mean?
Yes, live your life. But all I'm saying is like the father said, like you know, I would tell the son like, come on, you know that accept you. You know, don't bother bring it round him. It's just a simple gesture. Not bring it round him.
And the fact that
That's
we're
all I
having
would
this
say.
conversation is the reality of life.
Yeah.
And these are many different
Yeah,
angles.
many
that we
families.
can
It's not only that
come
family
back at it
alone
from.
going
Yeah.
through it. There's a lot of family going through it.
Good morning, Carly. Eli, talk to me. How are you doing this morning?
Morning, Jimmy. We're good. Morning, Blacks. Charging.
Good morning.
I find that in our culture, a lot of us we complain and we point fingers at other people until they reach their doorsteps. I know being Jamaican, you know, they always say, "Oh, they don't know it for that lifestyle." But I know a pastor in Brooklyn that had a church, very big church. Well, that's one of the biggest churches. I want to call the name to give no clout. And he was married with 4 children, wife and everything. His wife's the deacon on his board. And he was burning out Rasta and LGBT and all this stuff. And then years and years later, when we found out that he was having a relationship with a guy that cut his lawn. So, you know, Princess Nikki, big up yourself. I heard your statement earlier.
That's a straight hypocrite. Then protect the church from him. That's a straight hypocrite.
Yeah, and guess what? He still has a church.
No.
His wife divorced him and leave him. He still has a church in Brooklyn as we speak.
Well, more power to him, but you know you can't. You got to practice what you preach.
So my initial statement, I'll go back to it. You know, sometimes people make statements, but it's grandma's decision in her house. Maybe that is worried about the grandkids that's around that may be seeing that and he don't want them to say that. You know, some people have their own preferences, but you can't stop your kids from love. I say this all the time, Blacks. You raise children for somebody else to love them and for them to love somebody else. When they get to a certain age, they leave you and go out to the world to do what they want to do, not what you want them to do. So if your son go out and bring him a cow or a monster, you can't be mad because that's what they love. Love is love.
True.
Damn. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
True.
It is what it is.
True.
It is what it is.
And again, I'm kind of weird. But this is what I take away from the conversation. Brother, this is the best conversation we've had since you've actually been in conversation. and it's a gay conversation, brother. You have anything you want to tell me, brother? Talk to me.
Jimmy.
No judgment here, brother. We're balanced.
Jimmy,
We're balanced.
Jimmy, can I answer a question, Jimmy? Between me and you, father.
Yeah.
Yeah, between nobody's not here.
Yeah.
If one of your sons came home one day and said, you know, Dad, I fell in love with Tony. What would you do, Jimmy?
Well,
I'm in a relationship with... No, we are big man. We can talk. Everybody can hear it.
Okay.
We don't hide the thing. What would you say if you want
it's
your
hard to
son, where
say.
you're very close to... But remember, it's at your doorstep now.
Yeah.
You're home. You work hard today. Come home, and your son said, Dad, can I talk to you?
you'd have to take
Walk in the room and close the door.
Hold
And
on.
what would you say?
I don't think that's a fair question. I really don't. I don't think you really can say what you would do until it actually happens to you. Because I had this situation in my family where, all of us cousins were talking. Everybody would always talk about politics or whatever. And my cousin flat out said, when I have a kid, if they're gay, I will never speak to them. Guess what? His kid
They
is
lied.
not gay. And he
Okay.
loves him. He absolutely
All right, then.
loves him.
See my
So
point?
it's not a
See my
fair
point?
question to ask, what would you
on
do?
the spot.